Now.
Hello, welcome to the Informal Podcast. I'm with my co-host Shane. Shane, how's your day?
Dude, it's going well. I got a new microphone yesterday, and that's actually what I'm using, so I'm pretty hyped.
Nice, it's wonderful to hear that. So let's just start right off with a question, because we haven't even learned that much about ourselves, right? You know, we've been interviewing, your family about, all of their interesting things. We've been interviewing them, and it's wonderful. But we haven't taken a podcast to talk about ourselves. So I'll just start off with a simple question. What type of food do you like? Really good question.
Like a food that I eat almost every day, or a food that I can I rarely get, but I will.
Like just one you will die for.
Oh god. I think a good steak, like a filet mignon or a New York strip, medium rare, of course. I love it.
Yeah, I've never actually had a filet mignon, but that's fine.
Yeah, I haven't. I've actually had filet mignon twice in my life, and the last time I had it was a year and a half ago.
It was good, right?
Yes, it was amazing.
Enjoyed?
But the first time I had it was in Connecticut. So
yeah, we'll have to try getting sometime.
Dude, hold on, can I just say this really quick? The first time I ever had filet mignon, I was at this restaurant that one side of it was a fancy restaurant, like a really nice fancy restaurant where they serve stuff, and then you walk over to the other side, it's a bar that looks completely trashed. It's the same building. It's the weirdest thing.
That sounds really unprofessional of them. I think they should probably clean up their bar.
If you're in the fancy restaurant, like you go there, you're in the fancy restaurant, there's like nice paintings on the wall, and then like if you want to go to the bathroom, you have to walk in the bar, and it's just, it looks like your average, it looks like a Buffalo Wild Wings type style thing.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
So just like a normal bar.
Yeah, like a normal bar, like a wooden, like it looks like there's wood flooring and stuff, or I don't know. It was just such a weird experience.
It's just really unprofessional in the bar, and it's like actual restaurant is really nice.
It was so hard to, there was so much noise coming from the bar too.
Yeah.
That was that you could hear all the music in the fancy restaurant. Like good food. Like that's the first time I ever had a filet mignon. Good food, but like really bad placement for a bar. At least section the building off.
So it was a overall odd experience because the food was good, but the overall feel of the place was bad.
The filet mignon, but my
you just had
my Nana's friend, I think her name was Mrs. That's what we call it. You know what? I'm gonna edit that out. You guys didn't hear that. You heard a beep. But it was my Nana's friend. She gave me a couple bites of it. She's like, "Oh, here, try this." She put it on my plate, and I tried it. I'm like, "This is the best steak I've ever had in my life." And I was just thinking, "Wow, I wish."
This is sounds nice.
This is. But also, I just bleeped that out. So.
Yeah, that's why I said it. Anyway, So yeah, filet mignon is what you would choose. Like, if you could eat that every day, you would.
That'd be great. But what about you, Chris?
Gnocchi. If you know what that is, it's a gnocchi. It's a form of pasta. It's it goes good with any type of sauce, and that's for most pastas.
Yeah.
But
is there a sauce that this dominates in?
I think, to be quite honest, which is the reason I like it the most, you could literally put anything on it and it'll taste perfect. No matter how you make it.
Do you have this all the time, or what?
I have it often.
So you said
I put cream spinach on it. And it tasted really nice. And
that sounds good.
You could literally put anything, pesto, white, red. You can put anything. It tastes good either way. Anyway, somehow.
But is this a food you have usually a lot, or do you have this once every however long?
I just started eating it again, often. I used to eat it a lot, and then my mom stopped cooking it, but she just started making it again, and I really appreciate that because it's really fun to mess around with.
Yeah. Shout out to Chase's mom.
Shout out to Shane's mom.
Wow. Shout out to the moms.
Yeah, shout out to the moms for this podcast. Let's go, moms everywhere.
Let's go.
Give yourself a round of applause. That's great. That's great.
So, yeah.
Round
of applause for the moms. So, hold on. We got a lot of things here. I wanted to talk to you, like, since we're on the topic of food. Remember, I wanted to talk about the time I handed you an apple.
Oh, yeah.
So,
do you want to tell the story?
Yeah. Well, I guess we could tell it from both of our point of views, like what we were thinking of.
I'll let you go first.
Okay, so Chase came over, and we were just outside for about 20 minutes or so. And this was about, this was last March? April? What was it? Do you know?
Yeah, it was around April, March.
Yeah, and we were outside, we came back, and it was like, the sky was just getting so bad. And Chase, was this before or after we went downstairs?
It was right after, it was when we went downstairs, because we were in your room.
No, I mean downstairs, basement.
It was... Wait, was it? I think it was before.
Okay, so, yeah. So we're, Matthew is up in my room, and he's looking out the window and stuff, and apparently he's getting on his shoes or something like that after we got back. And me and Chase are downstairs in my kitchen, and I grab an apple at the bottom of the fridge. I'm like, Chase, want an apple? He's like, sure. So I grab an apple for me, and I get an apple for Chase. As I'm handing him this apple, this strike of lightning strikes. It strikes a tree apparently at the start of my neighborhood. Or not at the start, going into my neighborhood, there's a tree really close to my house. It's probably less than what do you say,
around 100 paces northwest.
Yeah, and it strikes the lightning strikes the tree, and it was so loud, it sounded like it struck my backyard, and I screamed as I was handing Chase this apple. I screamed when the lightning went off, because it was just so loud. And Chase was completely calm. And then the lightning goes away. Or the sound, goes away and stuff. And I'm just like, oh. And then Chase is laughing. And then he stops laughing. And he's like, oh, can I still have that apple? So, yeah, that was... And Matthew rushed downstairs and said... Bro, I saw that because it was just so loud. So what's your point? What were you?
What was I thinking during the strike of lightning? I'm so excited to tell you. So you were handing me the apple, and you literally shit your pants, and it was so funny.
Yeah.
So whilst you were screaming, I didn't realize. I realized how close it was, but, I thought it was closer than it actually was. I thought it was, literally in your backyard. Yeah, but, whenever
Did you flinch?
A little bit, probably, because, it was right next to your house. But, all I saw was, the power go out really fast, and then you were, screaming, obviously. Light went back on. And he comes downstairs. I'm just laughing. And then Matthew's like, that was horrifying. And then I asked for the apple. And then the rest of the day is just, that's it.
Yeah. Well, I think this was, this hasn't, so this was before, this apple whole thing was before. But probably 10 minutes later or so, the first time this has ever happened at my house, we were in a tornado warning. And you and Matthew, of course, you guys were over this day. And
no, it was the same day.
Yeah, I know. This was the same day. I said this is after the apple, 10 minutes later. We had to go in the basement. Yeah, no, that's fine. You're good. And we went downstairs, and there was there's a tornado warning, and you were like completely fine and stuff, and then Matthew was just going up to me. He's like, "Why do we have to come down here?" I'm like, "It's for our safety."
I was making a joke. I was like, "This is the I said your last name. I'm not gonna say it. I want you to bleep it out. This is the blank experience. It's great, right?" I kept saying that, and obviously no one was paying attention to me.
No, I heard you.
Yeah, you heard me, and you laughed, but like, that was the 5th time I said it.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, imagine saying a joke 5 times, and the 5th time your friend laughs only a little bit.
Very sorry.
Yeah. Then we had that foosball tournament where I, you ate all the
Yeah.
and it was so great. It was
win against me on foosball.
Yeah, no, because you're bad and I'm just really lucky.
Sometimes we have some really good games though.
Yeah, no, like it's close all the time, but like no matter what, I've won. I think you've won against me once. But like that doesn't really matter.
Well,
it's one out of like the 20.
When you come over next, that'll change. Speaking of coming over next, Chase, you know what's happening hopefully on Friday?
I come over? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah!
Yeah, I'm actually so excited. Like I don't even think we're even gonna do anything fun though. Like what? Like
have you asked your like mom or your dad?
No.
Hey, maybe you forget to ask your mom tonight, and she listens to this podcast, and she hears that you want to come over.
Yeah, I mean, my mom already knows.
Oh,
it's all about my dad.
Yeah. So hopefully but like most likely, hopefully, would you say it's most likely that you'll come over?
Yeah, probably. But my mom was like, "Oh, let's find out when your practice is." She doesn't want me getting sick for the next practice, and I'm sick like every time I go to your house or my dad's. So you know how it is, Sebastian. 32 degrees. No, you're listening to this, bud.
He's not. If he wants to open up a window or anything, he has to go to. He has to
consult with you.
No, he has to go to his room to sleep.
Oh, perfect. Because I was freezing.
He can't sleep in my room and just do that. So
look, Sebastian can say, "Oh, it wasn't 32 degrees. It was at least 40."
Yeah, it was at least 40 because the window was open and there was 2 fans. But it was not 32.
2 fans. It was 32 degrees out.
I told Sebastian, like, I was talking to him, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I like it 50 in my room." Like, honestly, me and Sebastian like it cold. Sebastian likes it colder than me. I like it cold too. Sebastian likes it colder. Like, what's your ideal temperature, Jace?
50, 55.
So,
you have to keep in mind that I don't sleep with very many clothes on. Okay, so. It's not something that really concerns me. Like, I don't need my room to be 50 degrees. Mm-hmm. I just need, like, a ceiling fan, and then I'm good.
Yeah. I think my ideal temperature for the night is if I have a fan on me, like, at 1 speed, of course, and then it's, like, 62 degrees. That's perfectly fine.
Honestly,
Sebastian will like it, like, below that.
Yeah, I know.
Just 50.
You know what I'll do, and it's probably... It sounds wasteful of energy, which it completely is. I will put, like, all of my clothes on. Like, I did this at my dad's. I'll put, like, my pajamas on, and then just put on a fan. Even, I could just not put on my pajamas and not turn on the fan, but I'd rather have the fan on and have my pajamas. Like, I don't know how to explain it.
It feels nicer.
Yes. It feels more concealed, like, my feet are not freezing.
I think it's because if, like, there's cool air going on you, but you're warm, it feels nice.
Yeah.
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 So, going back to you coming over, if you come over, we're going to be...
Oh my god.
Okay, so you are coming over this weekend, though, hopefully, for, to hang out. Sorry about that.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to be hopefully recording a podcast, right?
Yeah. I think... That sounds like a really entertaining thing. Are we going to try having blank on it? I don't want to say the name.
Well, yeah. If it can come over, then it will be on the podcast.
That sounds great.
Oh my god, it is going to be so mad at me for calling it. So yeah, if it comes on the podcast though, then that'll be great.
So I'll be stoked as fug. Yeah.
Yeah, but what we want to do is, what we're going to do is, as I said previously, I just got a microphone. I'm not going to go into the details because I bored Chase completely out of it. But I got 2 microphones off of Amazon, and they both work properly. I thought the other one didn't work, but I've got it set up finally. But we're going to be using 2 microphones on one computer, which, really quickly I'm going to say this, it took me over 12 hours to figure out how to connect 2 microphones to one computer because you have to go through all this like steps and stuff. It sucks.
Oh my god, just cut that out.
But yeah, we're going to be using microphones to record a podcast, and I think we're recording how many? We're recording how many podcasts are we recording? Because they're not all going to. They're not.
It's literally going to be 2. It's going to be me and you, and then me, you, and it. Yeah.
So we're going to be recording 2, but one of the podcasts isn't going to be out until the next time. So
yeah, I'm really excited to interview another person. Like I think that once we've had around 6, we've had 4, but the next 2 will be our 5th and 6th. This is our 4th.
Yeah. This is our 4th.
Yeah. So it's going to be pretty even, but, like, honestly, I think we can't interview people for, like, a good while, or, like,
Yeah.
We'll just have to focus on
We're going to have Max on, actually.
Oh my god,
I'm just going to say it because, like, no one knows who Max is.
Oh, yeah,
We're going to have Max on Tuesday. So.
On Tuesday? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I've already told Max this, and he's hyped. He was actually supposed to be on today. But so the schedule changed like a week ago, or like last week. The schedule changed a little bit, so I had to change all the dates up.
But it took 10 hours to determine which days who was going to be on which episode. So
I planned this all out, okay? But
yeah, you planned it, but like I didn't really care.
Yeah, I just did it.
You kind of did it. You make every episode without me at this point. It's literally your podcast.
Well, like. You want to, like, have a say in it? Like, that sounds really controlling. Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. I sound like a control... Yeah, I'll keep it in. But I sound like a control freak. Jesus Christ. If you want something done, if you want to know something or whatever, just tell me and I can change anything. It's completely...
You know what? No. We're going to figure this out whenever I come over, okay? It's going to be way easier to do.
Also, I wanted to know... No one's really going to know what this is... like completely, but I still want to know if you're down for like an hour or so to still do a duello maestro.
Yeah, I'll practice.
Alright, perfect. Because if you want, you can just practice at my house. So
yeah, I probably will.
Alright, perfect. By the way, guys, just to let you know, we're just talking about a game. That's all.
What game?
Yep. So let me look at our list. And I think you should talk about your other YouTube channels, Chase.
My other YouTube channels. Okay, let's start with the... I've only had one. I'm not gonna name... I've only had one.
Yeah.
You've had like 4.
I've had so many.
Like, you could talk about this
I thought I could...
more.
Yeah, you go first, though.
So, I've had one YouTube channel ever, and obviously it was 4 years prior to this podcast. And, I still haven't deleted it, like any of the videos, because memories. I'm not going to say the name because it's really sad, and I don't want anyone seeing it. But, yeah, I made a YouTube channel, and it mainly consisted of the trends back then.
Didn't you
Balloons, Tower Defense 5, BTD battles,
water bottle
flip videos, yeah. Oh my god.
We did one. We had 3 live streams of just water bottle flips because whenever you come,
like all of them are like an hour and a half long. So binge watching it.
Every single time you come over, we just make one. So
yeah, and binge watching them is not even like easy to do because they're already boring.
Did we ever land a cool shot?
We did like once. I think you did, and then like
you know what? We're big.
You tried it again, and you hit my computer, and now my computer has like a dent basically. So
actually,
it's pretty cool.
Wait, how many water buffalo costumes did we have? Because I remember we made one at your dad's.
3. I'm telling you, 3. Because
Yeah.
one of them was the buffalo thing.
Yeah, no,
And
one.
There was 2 at your house.
Yeah, there was one at your house, and then there was also just one just you, me, and Sebastian, and then we had one you, me, Sebastian, Oliver, Colleen, and Lizzie.
Yeah, and then we had one where Sebastian just sat there and stared at the screen and flipped it onto his stomach. It was great. It was like a 10-minute video. I told him not to post it. You know how it is, though. You know,
but any other
bad
like
boy.
YouTube videos you had on there that were actually like good?
Any videos I had that were good. My mom got over 1,000 on P.
Oh, I remember watching that. I was like, dude, your mom is insane at that game.
Dude, okay, look, that's a skill.
Yeah, I know. That's amazing.
It's hard. It's not easy to pull off, especially for someone who types all day.
Shout out to Chase's mom. Shout out to the moms.
We already said this.
I can't. So you're telling me I can't say it multiple times?
Yes, I'm telling you, you can't say it multiple times. It's been like 10 minutes, right?
Something like that. Here, hold on. We'll keep talking about this, but really quickly, it's been 22 minutes now. I think we should.
Oh my god! Yeah, ad roll.
Yeah. Chase,
enjoy.
Enjoy. Perfect.
Okay, that was amazing. That was an amazing ad roll.
Thank you, Chase. I really appreciate that. I put all my hard work and effort into it. So
editing me into it. Let's go. I think that we should just skip this other YouTube channel thing because, 22 minutes in, I don't think we need to talk about that anymore.
Well, I do want to talk about my other channel just briefly because, I have 4 of them, and if I talk about all of them, it's gonna take forever. I started up a YouTube channel. I started up a YouTube channel 7 years ago or so, and I thought it was so cool, and I stopped it after a while. Right afterwards, I made another YouTube channel, and I thought it was gonna go good, and I also made some videos that I could show to my my class, which I did. For some reason, my art teacher let me. I made a whole video going out to one of my friends, and it honestly it made me look gay. I don't know why. I'm just gonna say that right now. Oh god, that was so stupid. But hold on a second.
Well, he's gone. I hope you guys.
Oh no, sorry. I forgot to mark down our ad roll. I just marked it down. Okay, good. But I made some videos, and then after that, I quit that channel. Then I made another channel, and I made videos on when I was it was 12 a.m. and I couldn't get to sleep, and and my parents were asleep, and I was like this, hey guys, you should join this Minecraft server called Cookie Craft. It's insane. And then I would say the IP or whatever, and it sounded like a sellout, but I didn't get any money from it, so I don't think it mattered.
I mean, my boy Vic Stars made 2 mil off of it, so
And then I made some other channels that didn't do good at all. And then I made a YouTube channel, which I thought to be good, because I actually edited videos on there. I never edited before, and I didn't upload. And then I made a video called "Making Up for Uploads with This Masterpiece," which is just a still frame of my face when I was 7. I quit on that channel, and then I just recently started up a new channel. Called
This guy.
Yeah.
Okay, just see what whoever walked into your door needs.
No, it's Sebastian. He walked in and grabbed the charger. Hey, the mic. I can't believe the mic picked that up. No,
yeah.
I was trying to talk, and you heard me pause and say in between trying to tell you the name. I was pointing at Sebastian. I'm like, go.
Yeah. Sky VR.
Yeah, Sky VR, but like you don't have, no. I advise no one to look it up. It's just me playing Beat Saber, so it really does not matter. It's nothing that is good content. So if I want like good content, I would want to make like skits or something funny.
Yeah.
All right. So
are we done with this YouTube channel thing?
Yeah.
Because I think
we have lots of stuff to talk about. This is probably gonna be our longest episode yet.
Yeah, okay. We could talk about something that I like. Oh my gosh, my dad specifically laughs at it every time I mention it.
Your dad specifically team, what? You cut out for a second.
He laughs at it every time I mention it to him.
Yeah.
Our soccer team.
Our soccer team.
Oh my gosh! I'm just gonna start off with.
Hold on, can I start off
practice?
Hold on, not our practice. I want to start off with pre-practice, okay?
Pre-practice, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. So my mom was telling me that I should do a sport, and I'm like, okay. I'm thinking of sports, and I'm like, Mom, I've got it. I want to do bowling. And I told you about this about 3 weeks ago, and it was 12, and we were tired. And we just couldn't stop laughing. I said bowling, and there was no sound except laughter for like at least 5 minutes. It was just It was just the thought of me saying bowling.
Dude,
but
oh jeez.
I thought of a sport, and I'm like soccer. And afterwards, I found out that you did soccer, and Sebastian's like, yeah, let's do soccer together. I think it could be fun. And yeah, we got to practice, and I guess you can take it away now.
Okay, so let's just start off with everything wrong with this team.
Yep.
So no one on the team actually knew each other except for me, Shane, and Sebastian, which is his younger brother, if you haven't seen the previous episode. So we were all on the same team with these random kids who I assume have also never played soccer. I've played soccer, and Shane and Sebastian, this was their first year.
I used to practice, but I once really quickly. I just want to say this. I once wanted to make a puppet show. So my dad, I was asking him for like weeks and weeks, and so he finally was like, "Yeah, let's do it." And he cut out like this. He got a huge cardboard piece, cut out a huge huge hole, and he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna have to get some more stuff for it." But like later on, like I gotta stop right now. But later on. We'll be able to do this. I'm like, awesome. And I was like 6 or 7 or something like that. I think I was 7. Yeah, I was 7 when I did soccer. So this was probably about like 6, 7 years old before the soccer team. And I go over to me and Sebastian are playing with a soccer ball in my basement. And then I kick it to him. He kicks it, and it smacks the cardboard, and it rips it apart. And I was just so sad. Because I couldn't make my puppet show anymore. I couldn't make my puppet booth. And I was just so sad. But, yeah.
Alright, Shane, thanks for the wonderful side story.
But I think that's why I wanted to do soccer, because I thought it was good at kicking a ball from that moment.
Okay, thanks for the, story. So, yeah, first practice, everyone... Like, I would assume most people on our team were really new. Shane's dad was co-coach. That's the only way I can explain it.
There was like 2 coaches.
But he was, like, even the coach was like, oh, yeah, he's the, vice coach. But the actual coach had only, this was his first year ever teaching soccer. Mm-hmm. And oh my god, he was so bad with kids.
Well, my dad's first. It was my dad's first year teaching soccer.
Yeah, but at least your dad knew how to talk to kids, right? Yeah. Like this guy had one kid, and his kid was on the soccer team. Okay, so I'll just leave it at that. You guys can just imagine it, and I'll just talk about him in a second. But this dad, first time ever teaching soccer, doesn't know how to handle kids. Just tells us to run laps, okay? It's not that bad. Mm-hmm. But, I don't remember playing actual soccer, touching the ball until our third practice.
Okay, let's just talk about the first one, though. because there's something that happened with the name when we were naming our soccer team.
Oh my gosh, yes, this is the best part. Okay.
So, yeah, you start this off, and then I want to say like the
you
main
want to say
role.
the name?
I want to see.
Like, you can say your name, and then like
you can say
Coach's
his
son.
Yeah. So.
So, we were just running laps, and then the coach pulls us over because it was like a 30-minute practice. We were all really young, so it didn't really matter. We didn't even understand what time was at that point. All we knew was that at 2 o'clock school got out for the most part. And so we're at this practice. He's like, oh yeah, come over here. We're going to name our team, which, it's supposed to be the best part of the entire soccer.
I was looking forward to this because I was thinking of a name the whole day.
It determines the rest of the season for soccer because it can give you the most confidence, or it can ruin your entire team. Okay, so do you want me to say?
Yeah, I'll say. And I'll say mine. So I was there, and they were going around to everyone, and no one really had a good name. And I was thinking about this whole day, and I think I said the Lightning Strikers or something like that.
Lightning Shots.
The lightning shots, and I thought that was so good. Like shots with soccer, like take a shot, and then like I was just obsessed with electricity games. I don't know why, but everyone was like, okay, that sounds good. It seemed like it was getting the most votes, and then the coach's son had to talk,
and he said the Batmans, and everyone just screams, yeah, the Batmans! Everyone raises their hands and is screaming, yeah, the Batmans, that's our team. And then the coach started jumping up and down. There was confetti. Everyone loved it.
Confetti.
And me, Shane, and Sebastian were just staring at them like they were monkeys because they were so dumb. Our third practice, because this is like the most important one that describes
that. I just gotta quickly do something. So you talk about that.
Go ahead. So, third practice. This is probably one of the most important ones of the whole season because this also shows how obnoxious the coach's son was. So, we were there, we were doing kicking drills. There was Sebastian in the goal. He was being goalie for a little bit, and we were all shooting on him. Again, it was another very short practice, very mediocre. It wasn't too long, it wasn't too short. It was just, like an hour and a half of us running in circles, kicking the ball at Sebastian.
Yeah.
This kid... we were supposed to bring snacks at the end of every practice. We would switch, sort of like carpooling, but you bring snacks instead. So one parent brings snacks for the whole team at the end of each practice. This kid brings zebra cakes and Cheez-Its, and he's a really nice kid, and I think he quit the soccer team after this because the coach's son starts crying because there are no more zebra cakes, and there's only Cheez-Its, and this kid is just looking at his dad, crying, and he's like, I don't like Cheez-Its. And again, he's the coach's son, so he was horrible, okay? I'm not like Shane and Sebastian were at least okay. They could at least kick the ball. I never
noticed anything wrong with him other than the Batman thing.
No, he was really bad. I swear, he would never get put on the field. He was put on the field the most. He was put on the field the most during the first couple games, but then the coach realized that he was the worst. He never passed. I swear, he would just stand and look at the guy, and that's it. That's his job. But I'm just gonna talk about a single game that just strikes my attention that shows how wonderful Shane is at soccer.
We seriously have to talk about this because I
have to talk about this. I don't care. It's gonna be amazing. And I know you have changed, Shane, but I don't really care. It's so funny. This is the part that my dad...
One thing that I didn't understand really quick, I should have got... Honestly, if you gotta admit, if I was... With the grade I was in, I should have been put on that team.
No, there were people on their grade that were on our team.
Well,
your grade. They were even older than you.
I never noticed. No, I think there was people that were from other elementary schools there, not just Crestwood.
Yeah, I know, but they were older than you. Like, I swear, one was like 5'8".
Okay, let's go. Let's talk about this game.
No, you mean I'll talk about the game and you'll sit there and moan and whine because it's so great.
Okay, let's just talk about it.
So this is what my dad laughs at every time I mention it. The reason that our soccer team specifically this year was so notable and recognizable, and why whenever I hear the word Batman, I never will ever let this down. Like, Shane is never allowed to forget about this, and I'll make sure. So, Shane is a huge kiss to all of these kids who I swear he's only talked to a few times. They're all on this soccer team, and let me tell you, like, only a couple of them were actually good, and those were the people on offense. Surprise, surprise. So this coach was obviously, like he actually played, and he looked like a coach. He taught his kids how to actually play and, be good at the game. But, Shane, like, this happened in every game, by the way, guys. This didn't only happen in one.
What? Like, no. This happened in this game.
No.
This is the only game it happened in.
No,
this
I
is
didn't.
The only game.
I didn't.
By the way, at this point, we have lost probably about 4 games.
We've lost every game at that point.
Yeah, we've lost 4 games and won 0.
So what I was saying was, Shane, every game, barely did anything, no matter what. Like, I think he would at least touch the ball, maybe even, like, smell it every now and then, but, like...
Yeah, I get away.
He wouldn't actually, like, play. Which is why him and Sebastian got put on goalpost almost all season. They were defense, and they would just, like, sit right next to the goalie and talk to them whole game. But this game specifically, which is why I literally never want Shane to be on any one of my teams, because I trust him now, but, like, back then I didn't trust him at all. Because of this one moment, he tells our team to throw the game because all of his friends were on the other team. I swear, we did better that game than every other game because no one actually liked Shane.
There was one kid that was really cool.
Yeah, there was one kid that liked you and would talk to you, but everyone else was like, wow, you are the most annoying person.
Yeah, I was 7, so that's 7-year-old me for everyone. But yeah, all my friends were on the other team, and I started cheering for them. They probably got 3 goals at that point, and I was like, we're not gonna win this game.
Yeah,
and
so
I was just happy to see my friends, and I'm like,
you essentially ate them out even more.
Yeah. I basically
so wonderful. You love them. You literally were in love with them for some reason.
No, I was not. I was just more happy that someone I actually like people I really enjoyed, were winning. I like you, okay? I don't like the people on our team. I hate the coach's son, okay? But I
know, but like,
it was just a horrible time. I don't want to talk about this forever because we're already on.
Yeah.
We're at literally about to be 40 minutes. Maybe not like the actual time of the podcast.
Alright, that's fine. All right, let's
move on to our next thing.
You can start it. I'll let you choose.
I wanted to talk about stuff that's happening at Six Flags, because there's some moments that like I want to say like my stuff that's happened for me and stuff that's happened for you, like. That's mainly you. So, I guess I'll just say one of my favorite moments. And I think this is the last time we went, because this is just hilarious. This is a Fright Fest. And I'm getting ready, and we're going with Sebastian, you, and Matthew. Like, you and me are going with Sebastian and Matthew. And me and Sebastian getting ready in the car. Matthew's like, yeah, I'll be there in just a second. Like, at Chase's house, because his mom was dropping him off, and then my dad was dropping us off.
Oh my god, I cried so much.
And me and my dad, we're on our way to Six Flags, and then I get a text message from Chase saying, Matthew's not coming. I was like, I'm not coming anymore. And we were already halfway there. And I'm like, oh my god, my dad is going to be furious if this happens. And then my heart drops. Once I see that message, I'm looking at my dad. He's like, what? And then I look back at the phone. It's JK. And I was like, oh, Chase just freaked me out and said he wasn't going, but it was a joke. But yeah, you decided you were still going, but Matthew said that his sister's in town or whatever. But apparently he doesn't even really like his sister, so we don't know why he didn't come. We just
learn so much about Matthew every time.
Yeah, but we just figured that he wasn't coming. But we went to Fright Fest, and me and Sebastian were waiting for a while. We were looking at holes on the fence because that's what we do for fun. And then we see you pull up after my dad dropping us off, and we're like, yes, Chase is here. And you get dropped off. We start walking in the park, and they mixed up we had to walk. Yeah, they mixed up the way to walk. And we had to walk straight through these booths to where you get your tickets. But we have a season pass, so it didn't matter. So we got through security. And we started going through the booths, and one side shows normal entry, and then the other side shows VIP entry.
Mm-hmm.
And that only meant that if you had a VIP pass, like a membership pass, that you could go through that. But since all of them were open, all the ticket booths were closed, and you could they just sectioned off every single one that you could walk through no matter what, just like inside the park, because they were doing tickets somewhere else. Me and Chase start walking through the membership only ones, and Sebastian's staying back, like right there. We walk through, we walked 5 feet through, and Sebastian's like, there's so many people getting in the park. And he's like, wait! And me and Chase are like, what? He's like, that's membership only! And I said, it doesn't matter. He's like, you're gonna get in trouble, even though it's the same way. Like, if you took off those membership signs, it wouldn't have mattered. All of the ticket booths that you walked through would have been the same. He's like, it's membership only. And I'm like, Sebastian, it's fine. He's like, no, it's not. I'm like, it's fine. He's like, he looks around. Everyone's looking at him. He's like, oh! He walks through with me. He walks to the membership only thing, and me and Chase are just laughing. And God, that was so hilarious.
I think the best part about it was how much candy we ate, and literally, we didn't even oh my God, yeah. Remember how much candy we ate? We got those huge pixie sticks.
Oh and there was that bag of, God!
Remember there was that bag of M&Ms, and I was about to steal them, and Sebastian was like, "Oh no, don't!"
A bag of M&Ms.
Other girls.
Oh,
no, not bag of M&Ms. Jelly beans. It's hard to remember these days. Skittles, M&Ms, jelly beans, same thing, bro. Anyway,
you're about to just take a handful of them because they have them.
No, there was a bag of them, and it was already poured out. There was already a bag, and it was full.
Oh, so someone probably put their jelly beans there and just left them.
And they forgot it. I was like, I'm about to snatch these. Is that alright? Are you guys gonna snitch? Sebastian's like, don't, and no one was looking. Okay, there's no one in the store.
And also, those jelly beans have probably been there for a couple hours.
No, they haven't. They were literally no. We went to get the pixie sticks. We left and then came back 10 minutes later, and they were there. Oh. Because we had to refill them. Remember? We had to refill our fun things.
We had these huge pixie sticks how long were they? They were 4 foot, 3 foot.
Yeah, 4 foot, as tall as you. As tall as you. As Red.
Yeah. Oliver.
As tall as 2 Reds.
As tall as Oliver. But we got it. We refilled these so much with different flavors. And we walked through Fright Fest, and we thought we were going to get on lots of rides at this Fright Fest. We got on one, and that was before the park got dark. So we didn't really enjoy our time on rides.
Yeah, no, everyone was crowded. Everyone
crowded.
Was at every ride.
We could have had a great time. It wasn't the best time at Six Flags. It was a time, all right, but it wasn't the best time because we could have gone on rides. The Boss, the line was at least for 2 hours.
Yeah, no, even when it got, wasn't dark, we only rode the Pandemonium, 2 times.
It was so... No, I don't even think we went on Pandemonium.
No, it was at least, entertaining.
But what we were waiting for, really, was for it to get dark.
Because, we were oh my God, we're gonna get scared so much.
Oh my God,
Sebastian, let me just tell you. Oh my gosh, this
character.
No, not character. He's not even good enough to be a character in this scenario. Shane is walking around saying, he was basically, telling all the people who were supposed to, scare. He was, basically just trying to annoy them because it's Shane.
Yeah.
Sebastian was like, oh my god, like he was like almost crying at one point. I remember.
We were walking through the main area where in like the center of Six Flags.
Yeah.
And they had this
we lost him with fog
outside.
machine.
No, that's later on. But we were in the center of Six Flags, like where Mr. Freeze's, and we were walking through, and like these people are already out. It was like getting dark and stuff. We were just walking through. Sebastian was fine. He was fine through this whole thing, but this guy with an axe, like scraping an axe on the floor, is just right next to me. He's looking at me. I'm like, dude, how you doing? And he walks off, and then another guy with a chainsaw, like a fake chainsaw, turns it on, and there's these girls behind us, and he goes up to them. They scream. One falls on the floor right next to me, and I'm looking behind me, and I'm looking at them both, and I'm just laughing. It's the funniest thing. And the guy with the chainsaw stared at me, and then he pointed it at me, and I'm like, okay. And we walked off, and I think it was starting to get really dark, and then we were going in the area where a log flume ride is. It's called log flume. And Sebastian didn't want to go over there. Like, it was like the most annoying thing. We couldn't go over there because Sebastian was scared of these like people who were acting to be zombies.
We wanted
It was
water.
the most annoying thing. We wanted water.
And Sebastian was like crying. He was like, no, I don't want to. And then we were like, dude, it's fine. And then let me just say the next part. Right, so we were fine, and then we were walking around. We took a couple laps around the park, and Sebastian, for some reason, saw this guy on his phone and just lost all, like, fear. He wasn't scared anymore. And it was probably worse than when he was scared, because then he started acting like Shane, and he was like, oh my god, everyone who is scared here is such pussies. Like, everyone who is scared of these guys are like literal childs, dude. They're so dumb. But he was the one, like, crying about it 30 minutes before.
Yeah, no, that's what I was so confused about. And I was like, okay, I was completely fine with it, but I thought it was funny how he like was so scared and then just wasn't scared.
No, I was fine with it until he actually became the most annoying person about it, and he started mentioning it every 8 seconds. Yeah. He was like, oh my god, dude, these guys aren't scary, and then we'd walk away and we'd be like, yeah, that's fine, you don't have to be scared of them, let's just go find something we can do. Honestly, and then he was like, oh my god, these guys are not scary.
Later on,
we're like, yep, we heard you.
Later on, though, after all this basically passed, we were going to refill our Pixie Sticks again, and
then I actually got scared because I didn't.
We both got scared, right?
Well, no, you remember there was like the thing. It was like the chainsaw place again. You got on top of it, and she's like, "Oh, get off!" And you're like, "Oh, let's go get in the truck." I got scared of that. I genuinely got scared of that because that guy was about to f me up, bro. I swear, he was like, eyeing me down. I was like, guys, can we just go? Sebastian's like, nah, we have to stay here, because if you're scared, you're a baby. I was like, I just don't feel comfortable with these guys running around with, like, chainsaws, okay? That's just a basic fear.
And then we went to, it's not really ideal to stay around chainsaws. Even though it's fake. But we went to the front to go refill our Pixie Sticks. Sebastian was like, he came in there with us. And then we all walk out. Me and Chase are outside and stuff. We're all outside. I look around. I'm like, wait a second. We're not all outside. Chase, where's Sebastian? And I'm like, okay, we can find him, like, somehow. And the next thing you know, fog machines go off. I swear to God, horrible timing. Fog machines start to go off. I'm like, we're never gonna find him.
No,
we're never gonna find him.
We were in the fog. We literally were standing,
in the fog.
And like,
dude,
I turned to my face, and
Vapor Nord was right next to me. I swear to God.
Okay. So this is how it went down, right? Shane looks around. Sebastian's not here. I turn my head, and then smoke just goes into my eyes, and I'm like, what the f***? Shane is, like, basically, like, so annoyed. He's like, are you f***ing kidding me? This is the worst night of my life. And I'm like, it's fine, we'll find him.
Because the whole place was crowded. There was fog machines, it was crowded, it was dark.
There were at least 10 people in the, like, area where we were that looked almost exactly like Sebastian, okay? And it was so
we were just looking for someone with a pixie stick.
We were just looking for... No, he didn't even have a pixie stick. We were looking for someone who had goo. Who had goo in a bag. In a bag, bro.
And we were just so scared. And then I'm like, well, how did he find us? Did he come up to us or did we go up to him?
I think we were just circling around, and I'm like, okay, Shane, we're just going to go in the shop and we're going to wait.
Yeah, we were like, okay, well, let's go in the shop. Okay, we walk in. Oh, hey, Sebastian! He's like, where'd you guys go? I was in here the whole time.
Yeah, exactly, and I was so...
out with us. And
I was like, this was like 5 minutes of us looking for him before...
You have no idea how relieved I felt. Oh my god, I was... Well, no, once we got to the... Once we got to, like, inside, I was so relieved when I found him. Because I was just so scared. Like,
well, look, it's cool and all that we found him, but he probably would have just, like, sat next to the zombies and bullied them.
But, yeah, later on, though, after we got him, we went to, the kind of by the center, by Pandemonium stuff, and we went to the saloon area. And they have a stage and stuff and seating area, and people were just, eating their food and stuff. And in the back of this dark, really, like, heated area, it was just like, it was a cold night, and then once you walked in, you could feel the heat. It was amazing. But, we were playing...
That one place where I left my bag?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that scared me. That backpack is still in my room.
We were just going on, we were doing these arcade games because you had like $5 and we just put it in.
I was bored and scared.
We put it into the tokens. Like, we put your bag down and we were just sitting there. And we got some tokens. You and me started playing air hockey, and then this little kid came up to you and said, "Oh, can we play air hockey?" And or can I play air hockey? And then you
being like the nicest person,
the most wholesome person ever. You give him, and he's like, "Yeah, go." And then I let the guy. I let the kid score. I let the girl score, and and then her dad's like, "Oh, sorry," and we're like, "No, that's fine." And then we went on, and then Chase beat me. It's all because of the little girl. I shouldn't have let her win. But yeah, we just had a normal night after that.
Hold up. No, let me explain how we lost my bag. We walk out with our pixie sticks. We're like, "Oh, do we have everything?" We get to another arcade that's across Six Flags, like across the whole entire Six Flags. I sit down on this machine, and I realize, wait, I don't have my tokens. Where the fuck is my backpack? Bruh. Sebastian ran faster than me because he knew I cared. And we ran so fast, okay? Like, faster than Usain Bolt, going, like times 10. We ran at Mach 12 speed, okay? We were out of there. And my backpack was there. I pick it up, nothing was taken. Also, Sebastian left his drink and his cups.
Oh, thank God. No. Yeah, no, I feel we are just really stupid when we go to Six Flags. Not like stupid to the point where like we're annoying.
We just forget things.
Stupid, we just annoying. Our brains just shut off. We're having so much fun.
No, like we have lost our cups like 8 different times, and every time we found them.
One time we accidentally left them by Superman when it was raining, so no one took them. And then another time we accidentally left one in the locker, and that one's gone. We forgot it in the locker. But other than that, no, we haven't lost our cups any other time, have we?
Nope. Except for like 2 years ago, we did almost.
2 years ago?
Remember when we first got our passes? The first year we got our passes?
No.
Yeah, I do. It was purple cups, I think. Was it?
Oh, I was saying here. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I think it was purple cups. Yeah, it was definitely purple cups. But yeah, like honestly, that Fright Fest experience was really good. Okay. So, yeah, but I think Six Flags has a lot of stories. We have a lot more stories, but I feel like I want to tell them more when we do a podcast on Saturday.
Yeah, let's just dedicate that podcast to fun experiences at Six Flags.
Yeah.
Okay, I think this is a good time to just end the podcast.
Yeah. We're going on how long? We're going on 57 minutes right now. Jeez.
Hold up, let's just make it an hour. With this simple word from Chase, again, you get a second sponsor this episode.
You get a second sponsor. You're just so lucky. Here it is. Hey, it's Shane from the Informal Podcast, and I just wanted to tell you about our sponsor, Anchor. Anchor is a free way to make your podcast. It will also distribute your podcast anywhere, like Spotify, Apple Music, and Google Play Music. And it's completely free and can be done on your phone or computer. Now, Anchor will also give you sponsorships, so you can also make money off of the things. But you have to be posting consistently and have to be invested in Anchor. At least that's what I think. So, with all this information now in your brain, I think you should make the wise choice and download the Anchor app on your phone or go to anchor.fm on your computer. That's ANCHOR.FM to get started. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed the podcast. Wow. Chase,
Wonderful.
I'm glad you dragged that out so we can make it an hour. And
okay.
I'm so glad that I was in it too.
I'm so happy that we dedicated this episode to Mom's Six Flags, food, soccer. Oh my god. It's such an amazing
What do we name this podcast?
I guess you'll see.
Shout out to moms. Guys. One more time, boys. Shout out to moms. Okay?
Alright, hope you enjoyed the podcast, guys. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day / night.
Yes.
Depends on when you're listening
to
this.
And we will see you on Tuesday with a special guest, so.
Wonderful. Okay, bye, Shane. Love ya.
Bye.